It's good to have you join us. This is Sports Tonight. We're broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm Austin Okonakwan. Welcome on board on the show tonight. We'll review Nigeria's performance at the just concluded Africa Wrestling Championships. Some lessons in it for the country, but the female wrestlers, they went there, they fought, and they brought glory once again to Nigeria. 5 gold medals, 2 silver, and 2 bronze medals. And we traveled with 9 wrestlers. That's phenomenal. We need to stand up for our female wrestlers. We'll show them love tonight on the program as we review the Africa Wrestling Championship that took place in Tunisia. Also on the show tonight, we'll talk about the Super Falcons. We'll continue the countdown to the 2019 FIFA World Cup and their preparations for that invitational tournament in Spain. Good news also, the Nigeria Football Federation, they've added to the backroom staff for the Super Falcons. They mean business. Let's see what this World Cup can bring for football in Nigeria when talking about the ladies. We'll talk about it big time on the show tonight. It's also Thursday night. Sonny Young is standing by in Washington, D.C. Last week, I told Sonny that if he's coming on this show that I anchor to talk about Russell Westbrook, he must bring the certificate that shows that he's been tested for the alien DNA. Russell Westbrook, unstoppable, phenomenal. We'll talk about him also tonight on the program, of course, the one that is called The Beard. James Harden. So much on my mind tonight. James Harden will also get our attention on the program. That's about the outlook, but we're still calling for applications for schools in Lagos State for the Channels International Kids Cup. I'll let you know how you're going to do just that. Walk with us on this journey. I don't want to talk so much. Sports Tonight on your award-winning, sports-loving Channels Television. What are you talking about? You can be part of the program. Yes, you can. Talk to us on Twitter, Channels_sports, Facebook, Channels-sports. You can send us an email. It's sportstonight@channelstv.com. You can make use of the hashtag Super Falcons, hashtag wrestling in Nigeria. I love the story that's coming out of it after the African Wrestling Championships. Are we ready for Tokyo 2020? I can Oduanyo Adekruoye, Blessing Oebuchi, Blessing Oboro Dudu, Messi, Genesis, and all of those other wrestlers that gave good representation. Can they go to Tokyo and win medals for this country? That's the big question when we discuss wrestling on the program tonight. So that's why I want you to talk to us with the hashtag wrestling in Nigeria. Also, talk to us as regards the NBA, hashtag NBA. When Sonny Young comes on the show, you will understand why NBA is getting our attention big time on the program, be part of the program. All our top stories can be viewed on our website, channelstv.com, and on YouTube /channels web. Log on to m.channelstv.com. Download the Channels TV app for any of those devices that you see right there on your screen. I just want to help you keep up with the pace because so much is going on in our world of sports, and I'm so super excited that you will be joining us tonight on the program to do the show. Walk with us on this journey. Let me let you know what's going on with season 11 of the Channels International Kids Cup. So much is going down already. We're calling for applications for schools in Lagos State. I went into that portal today again. 10 more registrations. So the registration's piling up. So don't waste any more time. Just in case you're watching this show and you want to be part of it, it's simple. Log on to www.channelstv.com. That's the Channels TV website. Look at it right there. Live TV. Listen. Kids Cup. Click on Kids Cup. Get into the portal. That's the portal right there for you to register for the Lagos preliminaries. When you get into the portal, it's very simple. You see, click here to register. You see, click here to read the rules and regulations. Don't be in a hurry to register. First, read the rules and regulations guiding the competition so that you don't get into any trouble. So when you finish reading the rules and regulations, you can proceed with your registration. You guys need to be fast with this. Deadline for submission is April the 27th. I've said I'm not going to receive phone calls this time. Start answering questions. It's very simple. Channelstv.com. Click on Kids Cup. Get into the portal. Read the rules and regulations and register. It's just simple. And then we're asking for letter of authority from the school and birth certificates for the players. Just attach and send to kidscup@channelstv.com. Isn't that easy? Isn't it simple? It's quite easy. So let's do just that and be part of season 11 of the Channels International Kids Cup. Last year, we got about 98 entries for the Lagos preliminaries. We had to cut it down to 36. So the technical committee, they might be using different requirements for that. They might say, okay, the first 20 schools that registered should be considered. That's why you need to get into that website, get into it, register. I want to see how the Channels International Kids can be part of this revolution. I'm so happy that we're televising it, yes. Season 11 of the Channels International Kids Cup. I'm ready. But if you're ready, fasten your seatbelt. It's a sports flight. On Thursday, we go to Washington, D.C., and Sonny Young is standing by to give us all the juicy updates. And Sonny, you seem to be getting it right these days with your predictions. Let me first say welcome to Sports Tonight.
Thank you, Austin. It's always a pleasure to be on Sports Tonight. I have buckled my seatbelt for another ride on the Fun Factory.
I know. It's beautiful. Sonny, let's begin with college basketball. I know you have updates from the men and the women. Begin with the men. What's going on?
Well, the hotbed for college basketball this weekend here in the USA, Austin, will be Minneapolis, Minnesota. That's where the men's Final Four will be held. Some interesting matchups. The first semifinal on Saturday evening. It'll be early Sunday in Nigeria. Virginia versus Auburn. Auburn is the school that Charles Barkley, the former NBA star, that he attended. So, of course, he's rooting for the Tigers of Auburn. And that will be followed by the second semifinal between Michigan State, where Magic Johnson went to college, and Texas Tech. The Red Raiders of Texas Tech in the Final Four for the first time, as well as Auburn. So from a sentimental standpoint, Austin, I would love to see Texas Tech or Auburn win the trophy. The winners of those two games will advance to the national title game on Monday night, April 8th in Minneapolis.
That's right. That's the best team win for me. But I'm glad that college basketball is still winning in the United States. Let's talk about the Final Four for the U.S. women's basketball. You know, it was about this time last season that the name Arike Ogunbowale came to play.
She is definitely a player to watch, Austin. And she, of course, has very strong ties to Nigeria. Arike plays guard. She's one of the top guards at the collegiate level. She plays for the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. They are the defending national champions in women's college basketball. They have a very tough semifinal matchup, Austin. They will play 11-time national champion Connecticut. They are one of the powerhouses in women's basketball here in the States. But I do hope Arike plays very well for Nigeria and for Notre Dame. I think they got a great chance of maybe retaining their title in the women's Final Four.
Yeah.
The first game on Friday night will be Baylor and Oregon, but I think the matchup that everybody wants to see is Arike and Notre Dame against Connecticut.
Wow, the Notre Dame, they got us talking last season. Arike beating the buzzer twice, Sonny. It was phenomenal. Look, LeBron James met her and said, how did you do it? So this season, they should also get us talking again.
That was thrilling stuff, what she did last year, Austin, with those buzzer-beating shots. And so she's used to the drama and the pressure, and it would be great to see her have another big game on Friday night. So the women's Final Four will take place a day before the men's, but should be a lot of excitement in women's and men's college basketball.
It should be. I love it. I love it so much. I love it at a school level. I love it at a grassroots. And I'm glad that a Nigerian is giving us reasons to talk about it. So when we're ready to bring Arike back home to play for our country, we'll send the village chiefs, we'll send the Yoruba delegates, and we'll say, our daughter, come back home. It'll be good to have her play for Nigeria. Sonny, I warned you last week, don't come to my show and talk about Russell Westbrook. If I don't see a test certificate, what are we going to do about this guy?
Austin, we need to get an official certificate for Russell Westbrook that says he does indeed have alien DNA, because he has been incredible. This week he made history, becoming the first player since Wilt Chamberlain 51 years ago to tally, get this, 20 points, 20 rebounds, and he had 21 assists. So he had a 20-20-20 line in a game in Oklahoma City. They won that game. But emotional, very emotional performance by Russell Westbrook, Austin. He dedicated that big game to the late rapper Nipsey Hussle, who was shot, unfortunately, terrible story, shot dead in Los Angeles. He had done a lot for the South Los Angeles community, Austin, Nipsey Hussle, and Russell Westbrook gave him a shout out after the game and dedicated his performance to that rapper. So may he rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, rest in peace, Nipsey. I saw that video today. I didn't like it. So shout out to Russell Westbrook for dedicating that record to Nipsey. So, Sonny, we will leave him for one more week. We will test him this week. We will leave Russell Westbrook. But, I mean, it's phenomenal. Because when you post 2020, 21, and someone wants to say, oh, he's stingy, he's self-centered, he plays alone. Someone says, hello, he had 21 assists.
He is such a dynamic player and so much fun to watch, Austin. But, yeah, as you said, 21 assists. He's distributing the ball for his teammates. I saw some of the highlights of that game. Beautiful passing by Russell Westbrook. Some alley-oop passes to his teammates, including that big center from New Zealand, Steven Adam. Thunder could be a tough team to beat in the upcoming NBA playoffs.
Yeah, those alley-oops, I love them so much. Sonny, let's give me a sneak peek into the NBA playoffs. I know it's going to be tough, but I'm staying by my all-star team, the Golden State Warriors.
I got to agree with you, Austin. At this stage, I don't see really any team dethroning the Warriors. They, more than likely, there's only few games left. I think 4 games left, 5 games in the regular season. But the Warriors should have the top seed in the West. I think they've got a 2-game lead over the Denver Nuggets. Right now, DeMarcus Cousins, their center, is playing very well. They're healthy. They have Steph Curry and Klay Thompson in the backcourt, as well as Draymond Green, their fiery forward. They're going to be really tough to beat. I can't forget Kevin Durant, another all-star player. They're an all-star team, Austin. They really are. So they're going to be really tough to beat, and they want to win another title. They've won 3 out of the past 4, and my guess is they're going to be raising that trophy again at the end of the NBA Finals.
I know. That's an all-star team. If I work with the NBA, I'll say, come, Draymond Green, go to this team. Steph Curry, go to Milwaukee. I'll share them around just so it can be equal. But no, shout out to the Golden State Warriors. Sonny, and James Harden, I think he deserves some mention.
Let's give him a shout-out. He's the reigning most valuable player, Austin, in the NBA. Just to go over the statistical leaders in the NBA as it winds down, Harden is going to win the scoring title. He's averaging over 36 points a game for the Rockets.
Wow.
Rockets, explosive team with James Harden. And I think they should be a force in the playoffs. I think they're going to be I don't think they can overtake the Warriors, but with James Harden, who knows?
I know.
Andre Drummond of the Detroit Pistons, he's going to be the leading rebounder this season. He had 19 rebounds last night, but he's averaging over 15 rebounds a game. And Russell Westbrook, the aforementioned Russell Westbrook, he's leading the NBA in assists. As you said, Austin, he's a great passer, a team player. He's averaging over 10 assists a game. So another shout out for Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook. I don't know. While I was struggling to test Russell, we don't have to test James Harden. We'll just cut his beards and see if that will slow him down, son.
Kind of like Hercules with the hair, right?
You know, like the Samson in the Bible. We just cut his beard and watch and see if he's gonna give us those 31 points. It's all good, Sonny. Sonny, I won't test Roger Federer. No, I'm not testing Roger. I love what Roger Federer is doing to tennis. Do you love it?
I love the fact that he is still playing some top tennis right now, Austin. He recently won his 101st, count it, over 100, more than 100 career titles for Roger Federer. He won in Miami last weekend. Right now, Federer looks like he wants to keep playing the game. He's only 8 titles shy of catching Jimmy Connors. And who knows? I mean, I hope Federer sticks around for another year or two. But once we move to the grass court season, Austin, Federer loves to play on grass at Wimbledon. Yeah. I would not rule out Roger Federer winning another Wimbledon title, but great season so far for Roger. And yes, he deserves another shout out. He's great for the sport. In that Miami tournament, the Williams sisters bowed out quickly from Miami. But Ash, let's give a quick shout out for Ash Barty. She's from Australia. She won the women's title in Miami. But Roger Federer still making headlines in men's tennis.
Still doing that, Sonny. You know, I was saying after the Miami Open that the Federer should go get some rest, but no, he must finish what he has started. He's not going anywhere. He's staying right here to do more exploits. Sonny, you know what? Another A-plus performance from you. Thank you so much for your time on the program.
Thank you, Austin. Always a pleasure to be on the Fun Factory, and a shout out for Channels and their Kids Cup tournament. I hope it's another success.